wow. Okay.
First time in the morning, it takes time, a couple of times. So otherwise, also the internet works, so band signal is taking time for us to set.
Gotcha.
So, your good name, sir?
Brian. Good afternoon, welcome back to the New York Oval. Big time matchup here, the Dream Cricket Dragons against the Southern Strikers. Southern Strikers losing the toss, Dream Cricket Dragons having won the toss. Captain Aditya Chudasama choosing to have a bat. The opening batters are back to Shastri and Charanekra Karthik. Opening bowler is Akshara Anand. By the way, we're playing a limited number of overs. Today we're playing 12 overs. So rather than the customary 20, we're playing 12. The first 4 overs are your power play overs. Power play meaning only 2 fielders allowed outside of the circle. And in fact, we are now at the point where you're 3 deliveries into the first over. You can expect in these truncated matches, as you've seen throughout the last couple of days, that there'll be a lot of hitting going on because batters only have 72 balls in which to face, and you get to maximize the utility of those 72 balls as much as possible. Plus, the Dream Cricket Dragons are a very strong batting side anyway, so we'll see how far they can go with that approach. That is a wide outside the line of off stump. Umpire, who just signaled that wide, is Irfan Syed at the northern end of the ground. Umpire at the southern end of the ground is Cortez or Tony Best. 2 balls remaining here in the first over, and after the over we will go through the standings and see what the rest of the day is going to look like, because it's a frenetic number of matches in a short period of time. This is played through the offside. Good looking shot running close to the boundary. I'll tell you what, there could have been a second run there, but they chose not to. It's interesting that they sort of decided from early on in the piece that there was only 1 run there. So the coaches will tell you, run the very first one hard. I suspect if they'd run that first one hard, they could have found the second run. But anyway, a lot of time to have those developments happen throughout the rest of the day. Last ball here in over number 1. Plays it into the offside. Does back to Shastri. That is the end of the first over. Score after 1 is 3 without loss. So 3 without loss. I mentioned that this is a big time matchup. This is going to be between the Southern Strikers and the Dream Cricket Dragons. Southern Strikers have played 2 matches. They've won both of them. Dream Cricket Dragons have played 2, won 1 and lost 1. And so in Group A, these are your 2nd and 3rd ranked teams. Southern Strikers at the number 2 spot. DC Titans number 1. They've played 3 and won 3. Southern Strikers played 2, 1, 2, and Dream Cricket again 1 up and 1 down in terms of the wins and losses. So lots of ramifications the rest of the way. So we'll pay attention to what this develops like over the next 9 overs, make that over the next 11 overs for the Dream Cricket Dragons, and then the remainder 12 overs coming from the Southern Strikers. As of right now, it is going to be young Tanisha Sen who is warming up and will be taking the new ball to bowl from the southern end. Tanisha Sen, all of 11 years old, from Austin, Texas. And this is played away into the deep. They'll get probably 2 here. They'll come back easily for that second run. So I mentioned Tanisha Sen, who candidly I know personally and who I've always been impressed by as long as I've been seeing her play. For the first time I saw her play at age 5 in the women's tournament in Florida 6 years ago. Tremendous talent with the bat and with the ball. She's up here bowling in the power play, so that's a huge responsibility. That's dragged to square leg. Quick single, fires to the keeper's end. Get that 1, but it's a good job by Tanisha Sen to keep the ball out of the hitting area, make sure that the batters don't elevate the ball underneath. The idea here is to bowl it full, all the way full, meaning get it so full that they can't elevate you down the ground, but also you don't want to be so full that it's a full toss. And it's a skill that you have to develop over time, and young Tanisha is being able to do that so far. So we'll make sure that she's able to continue doing that as we go through the entirety of her spell here. 2 deliveries in, 3 runs conceded from the first over. Facing up to the experienced national player back to Shastri. You've seen her in action for the last several days. Look at this, lobbed into the air, just lands short of mid-off. Dr. Shastri maybe playing that one a little too early, and she'll get a single, but nothing convincing about the shot. What is, I have to say, very impressive about the way Tanisha Sen is bowling is that you're bowling to lefty and a righty. So you're going to have to switch the line for each one. And that is a really difficult skill to master at any age, particularly at age 11. So she's doing really well here. They're bowling around the wicket to the left-hander. Again, that perfect line. No run. This ball is punched into the short mid-wicket area. 10 deliveries into the innings, 7 runs on the board. This pair opening the batting, again looking to see how they can maximize the results from what is a truncated match, 12 overs, so don't have a lot of opportunity to get settled because you have to hit the ground running. Next delivery, again a good one, and this is played into a short extra cover area and a run. Couple of dot balls, so a really good over here on the way for Tanisha Sen. Here's the last ball coming up in over number 2. She will be looking to close out strongly here because on balance this is a very strong batting side. Again, Dr. Shastri is a national team player. In the air and straight to mid-wicket, a couple of bounces, no run. What an excellent over bowled here by Tanisha Sen. So 4 runs coming from the over. Those 4 runs came from the first 3 balls, but the last 3 were dots. So the score after 2 is 7 without loss. Seven without loss, 2 overs in the books, another 10 to go. Shara and to continue. Huge swipe and a miss. A bit of an uneven bounce that time. And the length that she's bowling here at Shara is an important one. Just keeping the ball out of the hitting zone, wanting to make sure that she does not provide the opportunity for the batters to go big down the ground. So her first over at Sharon went for just 3 runs. Starting out here, a second over. Dragged into the leg side. There's a fielder in the deep mid-wicket, cleans up. Again, in this portion of the innings, you can only have 2 fielders outside the line or outside the 23-yard circle. For men's cricket, it's a 30-yard circle. The inner circle for women, it is 23 yards. And so outside that 23-yard circle, you can only have 2 fielders at this stage of the innings. Again, the first 4 overs are the power play overs. With those 4, restricted to 2 fielders outside the circle. Field changing now with the left-hander. There's a deep mid-wicket, and that is the only one out there. No shot offered and given. Oh my goodness. Not often that you see a ball on the stumps and no shot offered by the batter. This is very full. Hit her on the toe, it looks like. She's limping as she walks off. Charneta Karthik. Boy, you want to be able to offer a shot at least to those deliveries, give the umpire something to think about. But essentially, she shouldered arms to a ball that was on the stumps, hit flush in front, and umpire Irfan Syed thinks that would crash into the stumps. So that is an unfortunate dismissal for Dream Cricket, as the opener Charnetra Karthik goes back after only having scored 4 runs, 4 from 8 balls faced. That means that the first wicket is down. Don't see that happen very often. Very full delivery and taken on the full. Essentially, it's a low full toss that hits her right in front of the stumps. And she chose to leave it alone. Not exactly sure why. And paid the ultimate price. So that's the first wicket that goes down. New batter is in. It's going to be Salmia Chavale. And 8 for 1 is your score. The Dream Cricket Dragons having chosen to bat. Not going to be very happy with that dismissal, but put that behind you. You still have a game to play. The delivery, tucking up the batter, playing it into the leg side, no run. I don't know that you see that very often. Again, for the most part, you want to use your bat both as a shield and a weapon. Using it neither on that occasion was the opening batter return after Karthik, and again paying the ultimate price. But anyway, put that behind us. Still have a game to play here. Salmia Chavale is the new batter. He's faced 1 delivery so far, no run scored. Back to Shastri at the other end, 3 from 6. Very full and defended, back down the pitch, no run. A couple of dot balls after that wicket. Looking now to close out strongly. There is 1 ball remaining here in over number 2. Make that over number 3. Sharon and having a good start to the day with the ball. First over only went for 3. Second over, 1 run already in the over and the wicket. Last ball in the air and taken. Short mid-wicket, make that short cover, and I believe that's the captain, Geetika Kodale, who completes that catch. National team player, so she's not going to drop that. And that is 2 wickets in the over for Sharon. And the ball was in the air and dying as it got to Geetika Kodale, but she went down to the ground, took that catch a couple of inches off the ground, it looks like. For a player of her caliber, it's a pretty straightforward catch. So the second wicket is down, 2 wickets in the over. End of over number 3. The score is 8 for 2. So 8 for 2 is your score. Dream Cricket Dragons choosing to bat, but losing 2 quick wickets here. Both wickets lost in over number 3. Back to Shastri opened the batting. She's at the non-strikers. In fact, at the end of the fall of that wicket, she will now be on strike since that was the last ball of over number 3. Back to Shastri, actually the leading batter for the team for the tournament so far. A total of 64 runs from 78 balls faced, an average of 32, high score of 42. And the new batter is going to be Amrita Nadator. She herself is the 3rd leading batter in the side, as this is Tanisha Sen again. This is outside the line of off stump. Dr. Shastri lets that one go through to the keeper, no run. So Amrita Nadator, 2 innings played, a total score of 19, and in fact a high score of 19, so failed to trouble the scorers in her 2nd innings. Coming to the wicket now, joining the leading batter on the side, back to Shastri. In the meantime, Tanisha Sen continuing to do what she does, looks for the big drive, but that length is one that just is out of the hitting zone. Intelligent stuff here from Tanisha Sen. Keeping that length just short of driving length, which is what you want. You don't want for the batter to be able to play you down the ground. And that intelligence is showing here from the youngster. 3rd delivery of the over coming up. Hammered this time, but there's a fielder in the deep. Should just be 1. Oh, she fumbles it, and that will cost 2 runs. Unfortunate. should have just been a single, but she ends up having it be 2. So halfway through over number 4, second over being bowled by Tanisha Sen. First 2 runs on the board in this over. Looking at the figures for bowling so far. Tanisha Sen, 2 matches, 3 overs, 18 runs conceded. No wickets taken yet, but very economical. 6 runs and over. Run a ball. In these shortened games, a run a ball is absolutely priceless. So again, the maturity that you see from this youngster cannot be overstated, because it is very difficult to bowl to, again, a national player. Back to Shastri, very experienced, first-class player from India, and plays for the U.S. national team, which is keeping the ball out of the hitting zone. That's down the ground. Should just be 1. The plan's coming, looking for the second, but second one not really on. So you get 1 run down the ground. After Shastri, again, just a tremendous player and a national level type player. Go through her full figures here in a minute to give you a sense of the type of player that she is. 80 matches played in all forms of T20 cricket here in this country. 80 matches played, 1,500 runs scored in 45 wickets. A tremendous all-rounder. This is played into the offside. A quick single. Fires to the non-strikers and a bit of a wayward throw, but they'll only get 1 run for it. That's what Bhakti Shastri has looked like, and that's what her caliber is. And that's the brilliant bowling by Tanisha Sen. End of over in number 4. Score is 12 for 2. So the signal from umpire Irfan Syed says that is the end of the power play. Unofficially, I have 12 for 2. We'll get the confirmation on the official scoreboard here in a minute. But 12 runs in 4 overs sounds like 3 runs and over. I think we can all do that math. 3 runs and over in the shortened form of the game. You probably want much more than that. Again, we're only playing 12 overs, so let's see to what extent we can get through the rest of these overs. And there's the official confirmation from the scorecard. It is 12 without loss. The batters are Amrita Navathur, 1 from 1. Back to Shastri, 6 from 11. Partnership worth 4. First wicket partnership was 8. Second wicket partnership, 0. And the unbeaten third wicket partnership right now is worth 4. Just wanted to make sure Geetika Kadala that she has all of her players in position, because we're certainly going to be looking to see whether or not the Dream Cricket Dragons can start accelerating the scoring rate. Only 8 overs remaining. Last 48 balls coming up, and just 12 runs on the board. So the need is there to accelerate things, and this is going to be Mahek Desai bowling from the northern end of the ground. I believe this is Mahek Desai. Yep, it is Mahek Desai. Using the feet and the easiest of stumpings. What a beautiful piece of bowling. Came charging down the track. Amrita Navathur, I believe that is who that was on strike. And completely missing the ball that was tossed up on leg stump. In fact, it turned past the leg stump, and boy, she had no answer there. Amrita Navathur kept charging down the track, missing the ball entirely, and the easiest of stumpings completed by Kriti Dayalu. So that is wicket number 3 that goes down. 12 for 3 is your score. back to Shastri at the non-striker's end as the new batter is in. This is defended for no run, so good start with the ball here from Mahek side. Straight dots to open over number 5. Still waiting confirmation on the new batter. Get that to you as soon as it's available. 3 straight dots to start over number 5. The first over on the power play. So good bowling here for the Southern Strikers. Make that 4 straight dots. This new batter is going to be Bellini Don. Short around the leg side, looking to sweep, misses out on the attempted sweep, but it's going to be a wide. Second wide of the day. Wide signal by umpire, left hand side. Can have more protection in the deep outside of the power play, but everyone except for deep mid wicket is inside the circle. So you're looking to see how you can continue to constrict things. My sense, based on the batting lineup that has come to the wicket and the order in which they've arrived, is that there's an effort being made by the Dream Cricket side to give opportunities to players who have not necessarily had to feature very highly in the tournament so far. My sense is that is what is going on, which is why you don't see Aditya Chudasana, the captain, anywhere near the batting lineup at the moment. You also do not see the other leading batters, Amrita Nayak, who you saw earlier, Sonia Travale, you'd expect to see, haven't seen her yet. Shanatra Karthik opened the batting. Rhea Balala is the number 6 batter on the side, Hashina Karthikeyan. These are all batters who you would anticipate being above the 2 who are now the crease, say, before back to Shastri. So we'll see exactly how it develops from here, but my sense is that that's the decision that is made by the bowling or by the batting side. Any event, 6 overs in the books. Make that 5 overs in the books. 13 for 3 is your score. It's now going to be a new bowler bowling from the southern end of the ground. Neha Alapati. Right arm around the wicket. Is it? Oh, left arm over it. I believe left arm over wicket. Nope, right arm over. My apologies. It's going to be very much outside the line of off stuff, but umpire Kurtel's best thinks that that's within the guidelines, so he lets someone go through without punishing it. Not ball to start over number 6. You're down to the last 41 balls and only 13 runs on the board. Late on the shot, back to Shastri. Tries to work it down the leg side. Just gets a big inside edge. Ball triples to square leg for a single. So Neha Alapati is your bowler. So far, she has bowled in 2 innings, total of 3 overs, 19 runs conceded. Rate of 6.3. Great delivery that one. Had pace. Zips through. Good carry in the pitch. The pitch is we probably should spend some time talking about, because tremendous amount of rain in the last several days, and in particular yesterday and last night. So the fact that we're here playing cricket today really is a testament to the efforts of the ground staff. And I think that you'd have seen where, oh, look at this, knocked her over, full and straight, middle stump is knocked back. Playing a cross-batted shot to a ball that is full and straight is probably not the best of ideas. The idea there would be to keep it in the V, keep it between mid-on and mid-off. But she chose to go across the line to lean it down, and she has been dismissed. Actually, it has been confirmed exactly. Yep, it is to lean it down and dismissed. So that is wicket number 4. 14 runs on the board, but unfortunately for the Dream Cricket Dragons, they're losing wickets in a heap and wanting to make sure that they got a good score on the board. But it's a little bit difficult to do that when you keep losing wickets. And so we will now have a new batter striding to the crease. See exactly who this is as soon as it's available, but it would seem to me that the idea would be to have as much as possible on the board. They've not been able to generate much. The new batter is in. The batter is going to be Anushree Vijayakumar. Anushree Vijayakumar is facing the first delivery. Good full delivery, Yorker length. Hasn't batted much. In fact, this may be, she batted 1 inning, did not trouble the scorers, faced 2 deliveries. Now, a lady who has batted way more than 1 inning, faced probably more than 2 deliveries over the course of a long career to include international play, is the lady seated to my immediate right. Whoa, full and straight, another wicket. And unfortunately, she still has not troubled the scorers under Sri Vijay Kumar. Anyway, this run-up started from outside the boundary. It's about to get to the wicket. This is Mira Subramanian. Good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon, Brian. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic.
Hot? No, not
Mira,
from the Caribbean.
Number 1 from the Caribbean. Number 2, I live in Texas.
Texas.
This feels like November to me.
Yeah, this is the coolest air here. Good to see you.
It is fantastic to see you. Tell me about what your opinion is about the tournament so far.
Tournament is going fantastic, and I think the young ladies here are so enthusiastic and giving all all they can on the field is something which I am so happy to see. 10 teams is not a joke to be around. So unfortunately we were rained off yesterday. That was a wash,
No pun intended.
Yeah, right? So it would have been a great game for us. So we are hoping we have picked up, I think, on time-wise. We are doing well. So we have another day to go for. And I'm sure, all the ladies here who are eager to play are here to give the best. So I'm very happy to be a part of NWCL. I've been there for years, and I'm seeing a lot more and more in how these youngsters have been so enthusiastic about cricket and have been participating.
So you've been a part of the NWCL for a number of years. First time we met, remind me, was it Maryland?
Yes, it was Maryland.
Maryland 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
No, actually, didn't I meet you in Texas? Was it in Dallas?
Nope. I know for sure it was somewhere on the East Coast. I'm going to guess Maryland. But
Maryland, probably you're right. See, your memory is better than mine. So, let's not go under the age, right? We'll stick to our number of years and being accurate by you, and I'll let you decide that.
Well, speaking of age, I won't give away either your age or mine, but let's just say we've both seen a lot of cricket, and in your case, you've played a lot of cricket, as I said, to include international play. So for those who are listening, who want to know who this is, who I'm sitting next to, who's talking, tell everybody about your playing career and what you're doing these days.
I started off in Bangalore, India, playing for sabbatical, and this was much before I came to the U.S. and I've been active. After I had my twins, I decided to get back to the game, and ever since that, Ranjit approached me, and I have been working with Ranjit. I think I'll let you talk here because there's a wicket down.
There is a wicket down. The clean stumping. That is wicket number 6, if you can believe it. Dream Cricket Dragons are a good batting side. I said earlier, I thought that they were promoting some of the players who maybe didn't get a chance to bat earlier in the tournament. So you have not yet seen the captain, Aditya Chudasama. You haven't seen some of the other players. But the price for that is that you're now 6 down and fewer than 20 runs on the board. So anyway, back to you.
Yes, this is, that's cricket for us, right? You just hit with the 2 openers, or it would just go down, tumble down. So that makes it exciting for us, and we look forward to all these excitements which happen during these games. But going back to my career, yes, I came here, and now I'm heavily involved with NWCL, and I manage the under-19 and the USA and the women's USA. I manage that as well. So I've been here for a little bit in Albany, which is a beautiful area, and the grounds are turf, which is giving a lot of exposure to the young ladies who have not had much, and very well maintained. And so here I am. What can I say, Brian? I think I've just been chanting. Is there anything?
Oh no, I love listening to you talk, first of all, because your experience speaks for itself. And for me, the most important thing, yes, you want to win the tournament. If you're on the cricket field, the idea is to win. But the development of these players, for me, is the most important piece.
Absolutely.
So the team that you manage, the Chickadees, you have a pretty broad span of age ranges on your team.
Correct.
You have some middle-aged women, and you have little teenagers who are not yet 15 years old.
11 years.
11 years
Let's
of
put
age.
it there.
Insane.
Yes.
So that's a pretty broad range of players. Is there a difference in how you manage an 11, 12-year-old versus how you manage a 35-year-old?
I sure do. So my main focus to give this variation is for the youngsters who are in 11, 15, 16 years old, who are with the more, mature players, is to learn from them and understand as to how the field is set up. What is it that they're looking for from their eyes? And I think my particular vision is more to bring these youngsters who don't get a chance to play in major leagues and to give them an exposure and to be here. So like you rightly said, I don't look at whether my team is winning or losing. I want opportunities, and these young budding players are amazing. Just the enthusiasm and the interest what they show. If we don't expose them, the next generation is going to go down. So that's what I look for. These are the youngsters who in another 6-7 years you're going to see them playing for USA cricket. And there'll be more development, I'm sure, and there'll be more visibility, which I'm looking for. So that's basically where I come from. And managing, yes, as I think it's a little bit of a challenge, I would say, because I go into that mode where I'm treating all of them equal, and then suddenly I realize that these little ones are just staring at me, and that's when I say, "Oh, Mira, stop," and go to their age. and go down to that level. And I pull them aside and, give them my pep talks. So that's how I catch.
Was it Kim? Yes, she's walking. My goodness, that's a great piece of keeping. A lifting delivery, takes the top edge or the top shoulder of the bat, it looks like, and a one-handed grab, a smart one-handed grab by the keeper, Kriti Dayalu. So that is wicket number 7, if you can believe that. 18 for 7 is a pretty interesting score if you're looking to hurry things up from a long day where there are a lot of delays. One good way of doing it is to take 7 wickets inside the first 7 overs.
Sure, yeah. This is interesting. Brian, my game is going on, Chickadees and the Wildcats
Are you trying to leave?
Yeah, well, I want to introduce you to Sammy, who's here with me. And she's one of the sponsors, and she has been kind enough to take some time off and come and see us. So I wanted you to introduce you first, and then she can talk about her business and why she is vested in NWCL. So let me bring over Sammy. Sammy, here's Brian.
Hi, Brian. Nice
Sammy, it is a pleasure to meet you.
Same here. Pleasure is mine, absolutely.
Brian, I am going to take off. Thank you so much for giving me this airtime. I do enjoy always coming and talking, and we'll meet you as soon as the game's over.
Oh, absolutely.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Absolutely, we'll be in touch. So, the new batter is the captain, Aditya Chudasama. Sammy.
Yes, Brian.
Please let everybody who does not know you, to include me, let us know who you are. First, let us know who you are and what your company is, and then tell me about the motivation for being a sponsor for this tournament.
Absolutely. So, Brian, myself, Sammy, and I'm starting a new business. Though I work 9 to 5 as a fintech employee, but I want to start my real estate business, which I already started. But what I want to do here is introduce my company to this audience.
Give me a second. Did I just hear you say real estate company? Okay.
Real estate investment, I would say. Where what we are trying to do is to build New Jersey. New Jersey has a lot of opportunity where you can redevelop the cities. Take the Journal Square. It was nothing there. Now all you see is high-rise buildings. So tremendous opportunity is there in New Jersey. So that's what is the first thing I started. Then I have my team who are, one of them is an auction specialist, another one is a construction person. So we all made a team and we started this company where we are trying to get auction properties and REO properties and buy that at a lower price and bring it to people. If they can invest with us, tremendous return and opportunity we want to provide to people. Plus, I am building an application that can help you see what properties are in the market. That platform will have lenders who can lend you if you don't have the money to invest. So that application will provide you a platform where you can invest with DS360 and get tremendous return. We are long-term, short-term. We have a stream where you can also get EB5 with us. We are registering our DS360 with the USCI registered regional centers where it will make you easily get EB5 visa and get your money back also. Because normally when you get this EB5 visa, you don't get your money back. You spend 1.8 million, 0.8 million, and you just get the visa. But in real estate, if you invest in New Jersey, there are some areas in New Jersey, if you invest there, you can get your money also back with a return. So win-win situation for you. So that's what I bring for people with DS360 investment.
DS360, if I'm not mistaken, your catchphrase is building wealth, rebuilding cities. Did I get that right?
Absolutely.
What is it that attracts you to the cricket environment?
I have been playing cricket like since I was a child. I played with my brother. Then I played played in India University. I have played for Ranchi University. I played state, and here also in USA. I was part of Chickadees. That's how you know me. I was the captain of Chickadees, and that's why I want to be connected with cricket. Cricket is in my heart. That's why. So when I heard Mira is doing this tournament here, I said, how can I be part of it? And I want to encourage young talent to play, women especially, to play cricket. When I was playing cricket, we didn't get that opportunity. It was like that time we had to pay from our pocket to go for tournaments and all, right? Now things are changing, and I want to be part of that in USA also to promote cricket in the youngsters.
What position did you play when you were a player?
I bowled. I was an all-rounder. I
Yep.
opened, and I was a medium pace fast bowler.
Medium pace, you said medium pace.
Yes.
One thing I've noticed that when you shook my hand, you have about the strongest grip of anyone whose hand I've shaken this entire weekend.
Oh, really?
So that tells me you were a good fast bowler.
I was.
That does not surprise me in the very least. Tell me about when you played with the Chickadees.
I played the Maryland tournament actually 2 years ago, 2-3 years ago, and that was my last tournament. And as I'm aging, I thought better support cricket from outside.
Okay.
So that's what it is at this point.
I'm curious
Yeah.
about something.
Sure.
Because when you played,
Yes.
the opportunities weren't quite there.
No.
This facility, I'm thinking, wasn't there when you played.
Right.
How important is it for you as a business person to be able to invest in the game that you love, such that women this age or teenagers this
Yes,
age can
absolutely.
be able to come along and play?
Absolutely. See, in US, I didn't think like cricket was that popular at that level. Even I don't know, like it took a long time to have a US women's cricket team, right? So now I see lots of talents out there. So we can build a strong, solid women's cricket team here, and if we support and give opportunities for them to play, that's how we can have a solid team here in US as well. And if I wish I could play still, as I cannot play right now, I would.
Okay, so first of all, you were talking like you're 85 years old. Stop it. Steve Buckner is umpiring this entire tournament and he's 79, so you could still play.
I can, my body is not. Last time when I was playing, I got what is that, muscle pull, and it like I felt like I'm aging. I am aging. Yeah.
I have cricket bats older than you, so I don't want to hear anything about aging. But
Yeah.
as you are able to put some resources behind the development of the sport, and as you can sort of motivate the youngsters, whether motivating them through words of wisdom, through the benefit of your experience, or financially, where do you see cricket for women in this country in, say, 5 years?
I think it will fly.
Okay.
Because I see here in the ground, like from last 3 years, if I say, ever since I stopped, I have seen so many tournaments. It wasn't like this before. Tournaments are happening, so they are getting exposure, and there are a lot of new facilities has came up where they can go practice also. It wasn't there before. Now this awareness is increasing in USA, and people are seeing that there is opportunity if they play, if they practice hard, they can get to somewhere. And I think I would like to stay connected with this NWCL, where I can contribute, if not directly, somehow indirectly.
Yeah.
And I would say, like, yes, you guys have future in cricket in US now that US has cricket, women's
So you
cricket
just said you guys. When you say you guys, who are you referring to exactly?
I am referring to all the youngsters they are playing. They have a future now. and T20 is like getting more popular every day. I think they have scope after.
I have a big picture question for you.
Sure.
This evening in Grand Prairie, Texas, just outside of Dallas, it's the Major League Cricket. Major League Cricket, if I'm not mistaken, the two teams in the final, the New York franchise and the Washington franchise. I live in Texas, so I live about 200 miles from that stadium.
Okay.
What would it take for there to be a major league or the Major League Cricket equivalent for women, where you actually have a paid franchise-based system where women are playing against each other? What would that take?
That would take a little bit more effort for us, and you all have to come together to support that, right?
Yeah. So that's a short and sweet answer.
I would like to be part of that. If there is anything that I can do for cricket, and hope I can do, my company does good with everyone's support, and next year probably I can host a cricket tournament. Maybe that will be my aim. I can sponsor an entire cricket tournament. That would be good.
I think, this is Sky. This may be catchable. Just out of reach. By the way, for the game that we're following, the score is 36 now for 7. But I don't know that you and I have ever had a conversation. I don't think we have.
No.
This man to my left has known me for 12, 13 years.
At least, yeah.
He's known me from when I was on the board of USA Cricket.
Oh, nice.
I'm passionate about many things. Number one, about women's cricket. I think it's so important. That's why I've left all the way from Austin, Texas to be here.
Oh, nice. Welcome to New York, New Jersey.
Thank you. Number two, I know that cricket goes nowhere in this country without people like yourself, who not only talk the talk, but walk the walk.
Absolutely.
And yes, do we have headwinds in this country with cricket? Absolutely, and we'll leave it at that. But the passion of people like yourself and like Ranjit and others who can put their resources and their time and their sort of efforts toward the development of the sport are the reason why, in my mind, within 10 years, there will be a women's MLC taking place in this country. Maybe it will be right here at this facility.
That.
Yeah. I am 100% convinced of it.
Yes.
Now, it's going to be very bumpy, very rocky. As I said, we do have headwinds. Again, we'll leave it at that.
Yes.
But the passion of everybody involved who truly has cricket at the heart of their intentions is, for me, what's going to be most important. Now, the most important question that I need to ask you today, very simply, is this. What is that dog's name, and how have I not been introduced to him yet?
That's Ice Duta. That's my baby.
Ice Duta. What kind of dog is Ice?
Ice is a Maltese. He is with me since he's 8 weeks old.
And how old is Ice
now he turned 10.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
We celebrated his 10th birthday in May.
Anybody who knows anything about me, that's slashed away. That's probably 4 runs. It is 4. Anybody who knows anything about me knows that I'm a sucker for pets. Absolute sucker for pets. So, Ice is about to be part of this broadcast. Wow. So, an absolute sucker for pets. Always have been. I unfortunately lost one of my dogs a couple months ago. So
I don't even want to think about the day,
You don't
it's my
want
life.
that. You don't want that day. Believe me, it is extremely, extremely difficult. And especially if it comes on suddenly, which is what happened with
my
ours.
God.
But
How old was he?
she
She.
was 10.
Oh,
And we found out, I was hammered hard. We
Nice.
found out from diagnosis to putting her to sleep was a matter of 2 hours. bad. He was very good. So, okay, enough of that. That's a sad subject. Ice will live for the next 15 years.
Yes, as long as I live. That's what I want. I don't want to live without him.
Absolutely lovely dog. And so the second most important question.
Yes.
Who is this lady who's been recording us for the last 10 minutes?
She is my partner, plus my business partner. She is handling my marketing of my company.
Miss Business Partner.
Business
Can you come
partner.
around here for a second? Give
Yes.
me this. Give me this. Say who you are and why you're here.
Okay. So I am Tuhina Sen. I am the marketing head of DS360
Your
Investment.
name is
Tuhina Sen.
Tuhina Singh. Okay?
Sen.
Tuhina Sen.
Sen. S-E-N.
Yes.
Got it.
So I am the marketing head of DS360 Investment. So whatever urban development this company is doing, it's absolutely amazing, and I have the great opportunity to market this company, to show how what kind of big impact this company is making in New Jersey area, and I'd like to support these kind of games. Cricket in USA, it's huge. My partner has been a cricket champion from the last 10 years, 10, 15 years. Now she's retired, and I just support her and support this venture, and along with her being the marketing head and having this opportunity. And love to continue.
Do you play cricket?
No, I have not. I don't play cricket, but last time with my partner, I have played cricket once in Maryland. I did
Played
batting
once?
For once.
But
Okay.
she's a natural. She's a
Yeah.
pro.
Uh-huh.
She came to practice and she picked up so quickly.
Yeah,
And she
so
was,
I played once. It was a great game. So, but after that, I never played. But I always enjoy watching cricket. It's one of my favorite activity. I watch cricket all the time in television, and also live cricket is absolutely. It's amazing.
Fantastic. Look at this enemy. So in all seriousness, you have, again, put your money where your mouth is, and I think it's such an important element to our development. Thank you for everything that you've done.
it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
And the last thing I'll say is that I'm going to kidnap your dog. I may take him back to Texas with me.
Then you will have to take me. And my partner.
It's a package deal.
It's a package.
I'll come home.
I told her also that we are packaging.
Yeah.
Nobody can be part of my life if they don't love dog. At least.
Absolutely. Well, it's such a pleasure talking to you.
Same here, Brian. Thank
Okay.
you very much.
Now, as far as this game that we're covering, we are into the 11th over. This is 11 of 12. 54 for 7 is the score. Captain Aditya Chudasama, 30 from 16 with 3 fours. Simran Manhas, 1 from 3.
Shot!
Into the deep, into the gap, and
Oh,
4.
lovely,
Absolutely lovely shot there. And again, Aditya Chudasama, national team player, is the national team captain. And I think she allowed some of her other players to have the opportunity to bat, whereas they had not had the opportunity before. I think that's what that was about. She's now taking the bull by the horns and looking to push on from here. Not fault her for doing that. You want to see the captain give some of her players the chance to succeed, but she's now taking the bull by the horns and looking to take off here at the very end to see what kind of a target she can put on. It's not going to be an easy target to set because we lost a lot of runs, a lot of wickets, and certainly have the opportunity to capitalize on that. But in the next several deliveries, you will see how far or close they can get to setting something, say in the range of about 70, 75. As of right now, you're 54 for 7, 2 deliveries into over number 11. Aditya Chudasama looking to push on, put something aggressive on the board. In the meantime, this is Mahek Desai, who's now bowling for the last over. Aditya Chidasama, 35 from 18 with 4 fours. Simon Manahas, 1 from 3. And your opportunity right now is to see what you can put on the board in terms of a target, because it will not be easy, but you certainly want to make sure that you give your bowlers something to defend, and that's what you'd be looking to do here. And it's over number 11, of course, so let's see exactly how far you can get from here. Starting off with a bang here, Aditya Chidasama. This is now the last ball of over number 11. Tossed up, solid in defense. I think that they did that on purpose because Aditya Chidasama should be the one who takes strike on the last or in the last over. End of over number 10, make that end of over number 11. You have 6 balls remaining. The score is 15 after 7. So last over. The last over will be bowled to Aditya Chidasama. She has 35 runs against her name, 18 balls faced, 4 fours, and you can guess that she'll be swinging for the fences here. And this is going to be a captain-to-captain matchup. Geetika Kadali, captain and national player, longtime player for the U.S. I think I saw somewhere recently that she is the most capped women's player in the history of USA cricket. I stand to be corrected on that, but I think that's accurate. Tremendous all-rounder. Bowling here now to Aditya Chidasama. Whipped away into the deep. Nobody out there. At least 2 runs. Or will it go all the way for 4? It does go all the way for 4. Aditya Chidasama taking advantage of that one. Probably a little straighter than Geetika Kadali would have liked. You want that ball on the line of off stump. This was aimed at Aditya Chidasama's pads. She easily cashes in for a boundary. So last 4 coming up, 63 on the board. Again, they started out in very sedate fashion, just relatively slow in terms of the runs that they were getting. But Aditya Chidasama is putting on a bit of a charge here toward the back end of the innings. 5 balls remaining. Geetika Kadali now off the short run. That's played down the ground. Very straight. At least 2 runs, you would think. They absolutely come back for the second run. And you are always going to come back for the second run because you want to have your captain and best batter have the opportunity to score as much as possible, or at least to face as many balls as possible. Down to the last 4, 65 runs on the board. Geetika Kadali, who is a pace bowler, but is now measuring or remeasuring her run-up. The second ball of this over, she ran in from about a 3-step run-up, but now she is marked off her typical longer run-up, I'd estimated to be around 15 yards. So she'll be coming probably with a bit more gas on this delivery. Skied. It's going to land in no man's land. They'll come back for a second. No, they will not. And Aditya Chidasama will probably be slightly perturbed by that because you want to be the one who's facing the majority of the deliveries the rest of the way. Geetika Kadali is a good bowler, and if she gets it right. The first ball of the over was a little too straight, got put away for 4. But everything else so far has been more or less where she's wanted it. And now the last 3 balls, 66 runs on the board. From here, you're looking to cash in. Can you do something to generate about 5 more runs? Just tapped around the corner. You like that. Because that was simply designed to get Aditya Chidasama back on strike. Interesting that Gitmo Kadali came off a short run again that time. But now for Aditi Chidasama, she goes back to the longer run-up. Target as of right now is less than a run of ball, so you'd want to fancy your chances to be able to chase this down, the Southern Strikers. But how can that be changed from here? Quick delivery. Look at that ball. That is the one that she wants. But then I believe there's a little bit of sledging that came in at the end of that. Tremendous fast bowler, Gitka Kadali. And that ball had a ton of gas on it. She went pace off for the first several deliveries in this over, but that last ball was about as quick as she can bowl. And this will be the last ball. I'm thinking of pulling straight, aim for the toes. Up was a slower delivery. They do run for one, that's all they'll get. So you get all the way to 6 to 8, which is a far cry away from what you would have wanted when you chose to bat, but also a far cry away from what you would have gotten when you were staring at 14 for 4 earlier on. So they do well enough to come back to put something respectable on the board. You like where you are from that standpoint, because this has been a relatively difficult period of time for the Southern Strikers. Taking a quick look at the overall scorecard. As of right now, Southern Strikers against the Dream Cricket Dragons. Southern Strikers were put into bowl, if you will. The Strikers choosing, or the Dream Cricket Dragons choosing to bat first. Looking at the full scorecard, not one that has the best of numbers. Dr. Shastri 8 from 17, Charnetta Karthik 4 from 9. Samya Chavale, none from 3. Amrita Nalathur, 1 from 3. Tilini Dan, none from 6. Anushri Vijay Kumar, none from 2. Anushka Kasole, 1 from 3. Simran Manhas, 2 from 6. And then Aditi Chidasama at the back end, 4 to 3 from 23 with 5 fours. And she drags her team toward something resembling a respectable total. So a short break, I would imagine about 5 minutes for the teams to change over. We'll see whether or not the Southern Strikers can overhaul a target of 69 runs. Go silent here in the commentators area. We'll be back in a few minutes.
So they batted first?
They chose to bat first.
So 15 overs?
12.
12?
We don't have time.
12, 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, one shot. 6 plus. And they would need per over.
They need per over
Per over 6, 7-ish.
5.75.
Hey, how's the team, the one that is going to back now? What is
I
their history?
haven't seen them back very much. But I think it's back against them.
No, I'm from New Jersey.
When you said you played for Maryland, so I was thinking of
Yeah, I played for Maryland. So I think it's in 2020.
silent right? The commentary. I think you could answer.
I think. So I played in 2020.
How many games you played?
Just one. She was the captain and I was like, okay, let her play.
She was at what time? How many years ago?
It's in 2020.
No, not very.
Not 2020, wait.
Not
So 2022.
Start
2022.
2020. It was recent.
Yeah, it's very recent.
And why did you stop?
I had never actually got training to play because she is a pro player. So I'm like, she's my partner, so she
So you
encouraged
got-
me. So I just
Got
like tried for the first time. But yeah, my parents, like my father and my grandfather, are crazy about cricket. So I always got that. Every Indian is crazy.
Not only India, even everybody like West Indies, Pakistan players,
Yes,
Bangladesh,
yes.
everybody, Sri Lankan.
It's crazy, yeah. I think in New USA,
Yeah.
it's a bit low. It's small and everything.
It's kind of emerging, but still
It's emerging, so that's glad to know. That's where we come to encourage people.
right. That's a big, big thing. Somebody to encourage.
Yeah.
Because we need that encouragement.
Yes.
Otherwise, the girls will
Yeah.
always be
Very
suppressed and they don't get enough opportunities.
Yes.
Even though they play in the academies,
Yeah, true.
their boys get the major opportunities. And
Very true. Yes.
So next minute for you and then hospital. Or amber. So second at the ball turning over. Yeah. And then the other way around. Normally leg spin, that I can do. But exactly, house spin I cannot do. I was like 7 when it comes to exactly. That's how I was like. Especially for tossing up.
I'm gonna head towards Mira.
It's so good to meet you.
Very nice to meet you. Tubina.
Tumina. Really good meeting you. Take care. Bring up both of you. Here's what I want to talk to here.
I said licky licky. Give him some licky licky. Oh, okay.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, see you around. Chalo, Papa, let's go. Let's see Mira.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So cute. Hello.
I will not be no fun. See you. Bye-bye.
ఇక్కడ కామెంటేటర్ ఫుడ్ తిన్నరా అంటే తినలేదు తెస్తానికి వెళ్ళిందంట నాకు తెలియదు ఎవరు రెస్పాన్సిబుల్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనం సదర్ స్టేటస్ ఆడండి చూడండి T3 ఇక్కడ కామెంటరీ ఇస్తున్నాడు అతను కామెంటరీ చేస్తున్నాడు నాకు ఏమో తెలియదు వచ్చేదా కామెంటరీ ఇప్పుడు గ్రౌండ్లో ఉన్నాడు చూడండి పాపం తెస్తాం పోయిందంట మరి ఇంకా తినట్టుంది ఇప్పుడు మరి ఏమో తెలియదు లేకపోతే ఆయనైతే అన్నీ దగ్గర తీసుకొస్తాం తెలియదు సరే వస్తున్నట్టుందండి అదేనా ఓకే వాటర్ బాటిల్ కూడా పంపేయాలి లేనట్టుంది ఆయన దగ్గర They're getting your food. They're getting your food.
Oh, thank
I
you.
think somebody is yeah.
Oh, thank you.
And I asked for water too. I saw that you don't have water.
You are too kind.
I
Thank you.
called them. So.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you
Sure.
for doing the comment.
It's my pleasure.
Very nice comment.
Oh.
So you have been doing this job for a long time? Or how long?
10 years, 12 years?
All in US or in
All in the US, yes.
all in It's too late for you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Then next game will be doing at 2.
This next one over here? Okay, okay.
The 10th will be done.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, I didn't. I'm so sorry.
They are flexible. They are the ones who have 15 matches, 15 matches. So आपको homework करना पड़ेगा. But week like this, because in the park, that's what it's good. We want to wait. हाँ तो कभी 12-15 हो जाएगा. अगर आप वो भी नहीं तो give all पाँच में बाकी है. So by 3:30 तक जाना चाहिए. As soon as they are done, I'll send umpire. So there is no less than 20 days. Why are they delaying?
Indian food has been treated okay so far.
My goodness, yes. Okay.
The whole women's conference, was almost like every day, super much.
15 कर रहे हैं या फिर 20 कर रहे हैं?
12 बना रहे हैं, 12 होगा तो ही बोल रहे हैं।
अब 3 बज गया, ये इनिंग्स खत्म होना है, फिर इसके बाद 2 गेम होना है ना।
12 बराबर तो 12-15 हो गए।
इतना स्लो क्यों चला रहे हो? तो बहुत लेट हो गए। ये तो सबसे पहले तैयार किए थे हमने जो पिछले
Tomorrow I think not video, but I am not sure. Their game is almost done. Their game is start. I think they will be better. So you can start like then you have to wait for this to finish before they can play.
तो इसीलिए every ground is vacant for some time, huh? Because of the combination.
Yeah, waiting for the team to start to play.
Both ground has been vacant for a while.
Yeah, taking a job. That will be main.
How many more games are left in this thing? The blue and yellow. One more?
आएगा तो बहुत अच्छा.
आएगा तो भी कितना पड़ेगा?
आएगा तो एक और team.
They win?
Then we talk. Then they can.
Half time.
There is a water between 2 and 3 from both the teams. So the game was there now.
The Houston team, right?
Yeah, Houston team. So Atlanta and Houston, right? They don't go with a long time. Same thing with this game. Between
So
DC
if they win this game, they're done for the night.
and Mushkil. They is Mushkil. So they have to do this, right?
Oh no, so not this ongoing game, but the one more game.
Yeah. This they'll win. This they'll win. Yeah. Next one is what is important. For them, they can play this guy. This
So one
situation.
more game. One more game का मतलब 6 बच जाएगा.
5:30 is what we try to start next week.
They play the 5:30 one.
5:30 को होगा last week.
So they will be playing the last game.
ये भी एक और बीच में उसके ना वो तो बोले
क्योंकि नहीं वो मेरा sorry, I didn't mean to ask all those questions. Context is my daughter is in the team. अगर उसको वापस आके पिक करना है तो मैं फिर 7-7:30 बजे आके पिक करूँगा. अगर 5 बजे खत्म हो जाएगा तो फिर वो ब्लू येलो टीम ह्यूस्टन
Houston एक और गेम
तो 7 बजे तक 7-7:30 बजे तक तो खेलेगी.
I think they have to stay on.
7 तक थैंक यू.
Unless they beat Atlanta over it was in next week. They said.
Which is a miracle that we
Which is because Atlanta is rested.
Okay.
They're not rested. Right?
Oh yeah, back to back games.
Atlanta around 3 years ago. This is their third game. But the thing is they're playing in this field from the so they are more used to this conditions.
So Brian, 17 people accept. Would it be too late?
Football is not successful by definition. Welcome back to field number 3 at the New York Ovals. Chase on the way, the 7 strikers chasing up to the Dream Cricket Dragons. 7 strikers looking to overhaul target of 69. The batting here was Shreya Arora and Kriti Dayalu. Opening bowler, scoreboard says, scorecard says Geetika Kadali. I'm sure that's not Geetika Kadali. It appears to be Anushka Kasole. Quick single taken on the infield. That's going to be close and gone. Tell you what, tap the ball into the offside and immediately take off for a single. With the fielders up close, that is always going to be risky. Tried to steal a quick run. Fielder running in from backward point. Clean pickup, fires to the keeper. And a pretty easy run out chance there. So if you're facing a total or a target, something in the range of 70, it's less than a run of ball. So you can do it without taking any risks. Choosing to take the risk at time with the Southern Strikers and paying for it. Opening partnership only lasting for 1 wicket, or for 2 runs, I should say. So 2 for 1 is your score after 2 legal deliveries have been bowled. That is not something that will make anyone feel comfortable, because that is essentially giving away a wicket. You don't want to ever do that. Put yourself in a position that you've fought hard to restrict a good side to 68 runs, then you immediately give it away. That's not something that will make the management staff very happy. We'll see what happens from here. This is going to be a new batter in. That's down the leg side, yet another wide. So we've had a no ball and a wide in this over so far from Anushka Kasole. The no ball was a full toss above waist height. By definition, that is an illegal delivery. And now there's one that's fired down the leg side for a wide. So just needing to find the right line and the right length here on this Kasole. Full delivery, but this time it dips to within or below waist height. Played off outside edge. They'll get a couple of runs to deep point. And that is the first runs off the bat. Make that the second runs off the bat. Second and third runs off the bat. That is Kriti Diallo and Sandy Jabiya, who are at the wicket. Shreya Arora is the batter who was run out. Sandy Jabiya is now on strike. Short, well down the leg side yet again. So these little inefficiencies need to be straightened up, we think, by the bowling side. And again, not a ton of runs to work with. The required rate under 6. At the start of the innings, the required rate was 5.75. It's now down to 5.48. So even the runs, again down the left side. So normal cricket you certainly want to see, but you're also seeing from Dream Cricket a lot of extras. Those extras need to make sure that you are in control of anything that is within your purview. Ball going down the leg side, certainly. Right line. Length, for the most part, has been decent after the full toss no ball. But that line needs to get outside the line of off stump. That bounce is close to second, a second time before it gets to the batter. Umpire Cortez Best would have thought there about whether or not that did bounce before it got to the batter a second time. By definition, that would have been a no ball, but ultimately choosing to believe that it bounced maybe just when it got in line with the batter that second time. So chooses to not punish them this time. Cortez best. There is the no ball, and that one does bounce twice before it gets to the batter. So that is the second no ball of the over. So it could have been the third. It would have been very close to have been the third. So most cricket fans are aware of the fact that if you overstep the front crease, that is a no ball, but there's a number of different types of no balls. One would be the full toss no ball, a ball that does not bounce and is above the waist height of the batter. And the second would be what you just saw, the ball bouncing twice. This is very close to bouncing twice again, but it is a wide, and that means that it is still a free hit. Signal there by umpire Irfan Syed. And your challenge now, if you're in the front solo, off to a bit of a rugged start, still a free hit. The next legal delivery, or reverse that one, hopefully a legal delivery. That's pounded away into the middle wicket area. Should come back for 2. 2 runs right there. Taking quite a commitment to run in between the wickets that you'd want to see from these two batters. Sandy Jamia 2 from 4, Mike Diallo none from 1, but Sandy Jamia is now 3 from 5. After that single. Oh my goodness, that bounces 3 times, so definitely a no ball. Definitely a free hit coming up. A handful of runs here, so 11 runs on the board, all in this over so far. Up those 11, you've had 6 extras to make that 7 extras. 3 no balls and 4 wides. You see Ray Valala at mid-off just trying to talk some of these issues. This is an anticlimactic game. It's been more played it, but it's over. Played to the offside, no run. That is the end of an eventful over. Probably not the best one that Nova Sola can bowl. End of over number 1. The score is 11 for 1. So score after 1 over, 11 for 1. Another 58 runs needed in the next 66 balls. Sri Vijay Kumar is going to be the bowler from the southern end to start over number 2. Right on over the wicket. Played away through the offside, finds the outside edge, running away down the hill, close to the boundary, and getting there now. A little bit too wide to start with at time. That is Anashri Vijay Kumar. Certainly too wide to trouble the batter. And of course, nobody deep third. You sort of are at the mercy of whether or not the batter can pierce that gap between. Well, that's exactly what happened here. So, not the best of starts to the over. Little for Vijay Kumar. Just needs to make sure to find the line or back now protection in the deep. There's a deep third, drops back into position. delivery again. Chasing after it, not quite getting anything on it though. I think that we find that the opportunities to score runs, even though they are relatively difficult, it is made much easier if you're not in control of your line and length, if your disciplines are not up to par. Skied. Is it over the head of the fielder running back from mid-off? Yes, it is. They'll get a single. So, opening batters have been dismissed. Actually, opening batter, one has been dismissed. And you see Griffin Diallo is the opener. Still there, none from 3. Sandy Javia on strike 7 from 7. Ball. The line is very good. Outside the line of off stump. The length is also very good, inducing the batter to come forward. That's what you're trying to do with the new ball. To make sure that you get the movement or you movement relatively unpredictable from what batter's standpoint. Straight to cover it, no run. End of over number 2, 16 for 1. So Nishri Vijay Kumar bowled the second over coming into this match. The tournament she played 3 matches but just bowled in 1 of the innings. 13 runs conceded. This is down the left side again. So 13 runs conceded. Kumar, 6 dots, economy rate of 6.5. So 6.5, that's your economy rate. You could potentially be in danger of losing this match. But also have to point out that you had a lot of extras. One of those extras back. I think it's going to be specifically Captain DCA is doing that. Simran Manhas, I believe, is your bowler. Full toss, pummeled around the leg side. It's going to go for runs. Did she save it? No, she did not save it. Down on the boundary, goes away for 4. Powerfully swept. And a hit drifting down the leg side and full. And you want to make sure that Simran Manhas is able to get the ball in the right areas, but certainly don't want anything drifting down the leg side. Methodical, slow runner. It's a good ball right on target. She needs to figure out a way to give her captain 3 more of those types of deliveries. First ball play, as I said earlier, is 4 overs. So we'll see exactly how close they come to being able to maximize these power play overs. Stroke to mid on, make that mid off, no run. Simran Manhas hasn't done a whole lot of bowling this tournament so far. Fourth ball of the innings goes up the over, rather goes for a single. There's a dot, and then the fifth ball goes for a single. So the idea now is to just make sure that you figure out a way to keep overall damage down. Oh, missed that. There was a no ball in this over. Missed that. Delivered short, played it to the outside of the run. Ball in the singles. No ball, obviously, that is the end over 3 over. Over number 4 is about to start. Played it to the outside of the single. Bowler from the southern end. Exactly what it says in a minute, but first delivery maybe touched too wide, worked into the offside note for a single. 44 needed from 53 balls, so still well under run ball. Delivery to the offside. Fires to the keepers there. Take one. Accurate throw, meaning a throw. The keeper did not have to jump. runs needed. And 26 runs on the board, 1 wicket down. This becomes something that you want to pay attention to the rest of the way. 12-over match. Batting side has been great deal of success. But sometimes like this strikers actually, no, strikers are 2-0. 1-1 last month. Green cricket short delivery, played off the back foot. Green cricket 1-1, or where it's 1 win and 1 loss. I think it's going to be interesting to see because these teams are not very far apart in terms of how they've approached things and the success level that they've had. Through the process of getting opportunity to charge toward the back of them here. On the leg side, that is wide. Time to get through the process here of getting something in the range that you'd be looking for. The stop and go stuff, throw to the non-strikers and probably have another wicket. Here at the New York Oval, 2025. National Women's Cricket League tournament, 28 runs on board, 37 strikers with an overall target of 69. Yards down to square leg of the field coming across from there. But we're essentially running out of opportunities here. 48 balls remaining, 41 runs needed. Running out of opportunities in the sense that if you don't take advantage of the loose deliveries, meaning the extras, we've already had 9 extras, then you can make this a stiffer chase. If you take advantage of the opportunities and then back positively with a positive mindset, then that puts you in a position of hopefully winning the game. It's going to be important. Otalina Don is going to have to be very frugal. So delivery by Otalina Don on the leg side. That is a wide. Your opportunities here are to see if you can push on further up the chain in terms of your rankings. Okay, we'll go through those in a minute, see what they look like again. In the air, just to the left of Aditi Chudasana, short cover. Just a really quick run. I think I may have missed that. But any event, long way to go. See that there has been different sort of trend in sports time rates. Hovering around 5.1 hertz per radius, 6.9. Slow down a lot. And still being really shallow of winning this match. The single there, I don't think there's one realistic. Tossed up, laid it to the outside. Fielded, no run. Into the outside, diving attempt by the fielder backward point. They'll come back for the second run. As that quite difficult to quite get themselves in position. A couple more runs here. You certainly want to get as many of these as you can. So the last two balls here now over number 5. Green Cricket Dragons out of New Jersey. In the New Jersey area, you find that many of the players from Green Cricket, Aditi Chudasana and some of the others, are under the tutelage of the coach that you may have just heard a short conversation with on the first day of the tournament. That would be Chelsea Douglas. Has ability to motivate these players and get the best out of them. So it's not surprising that one of these players, regardless of what club they have to play for, see her as their coach. It's something to pay attention to. If you're in the New York area, or New Jersey area, and wish to sort of be part of that program, particularly if you're interested in being in the USA Cricket Domestic Interzonal pathway, you can do much worse than speaking with Coach Chelsea Douglas. It's something that you need to pay attention to, somebody who can impart knowledge to the youngsters, who has played at a very high level, and who certainly has the opportunity to mold these youngsters and improve their game. So just a bit of an aside there. That was not necessarily a commercial, and it certainly wasn't something that was requested of me by Coach Douglas, but having seen the work that she's done over the years, I think that's a fair assessment of her abilities. In the meantime, back to this game. 32 runs on the board. 4, make that 5 overs in the books. To see whether or not you can push on from here. 32 runs, so you're out of the power play, 1 over outside of the power play. Last 37 runs needed. Southern Strikers. That is a good delivery just outside the line of off stump. New bowler into the attack. It's going to be up to you to shut things down from here because Green Cricket Dragons, again, the majority of their primary bowlers are not taking part in the action right now. Low full toss there for the second delivery of the over, played into the covers no one. For example, Aditi Chudasama herself, who is a brilliant all-rounder, not seen her bowl in this innings. And as I said earlier, when Dream Cricket was batting, I think that the decision has been made to essentially provide the youngsters with the opportunity to show what they can do, showcase what they can do. Nothing like being able to make sure that you have the opportunity to showcase your talents on the big stage. By the way, this bowler is Vaishnavi Sapika Kadiri. Cut away off the back foot. That's going to run away down the hill. Boy, jogging after it is a fielder running back from short third. They will get two. They wanted three, but it was never going to be on. Or was it? It could easily have been on. I think if they run hard, and I think that you'll find that any coach, we're just talking about Coach Chelsea Douglas, but any of the coaches out here, whether it be coach, we heard from Mira Subramaniam earlier, all the coaches and all of these teams will tell you have to run that first one hard, have to be aggressive in looking for the second and the third run to present itself, because these opportunities don't come by very often. And if you have the opportunity to put pressure on the fielding side, then that's what you really need to be able to do. And if you don't do that, then essentially you're putting yourself in a position of having to manufacture runs where there really would have been no need to. It's over number 6. It's a halfway, you're almost the halfway point of the innings. Because playing, of course, a 12-over match. So at the halfway stage, you're more than halfway to the target, you think. And the fact what just happened here, I just may have missed that. She walking off, having been dismissed. I may have just missed the dismissal. My apologies if I did, because it does look as though the batter is walking off. Definitely dismissed. And it appears as though we'll just mislead the follow-up in a second to find out exactly what just happened. Maybe it was just a matter of being retired out. And that's exactly what happened. There has been a retiring of the batter. So what we've done here is you've made sure that one or two of these batters who have not had the chance to be able to perform in the match so far or in the tournament so far, you're giving them an opportunity to mind that, because certainly current circumstances, you perform as far away as California. If you're in a match that doesn't have direct consequence as it relates to the standings in terms of playoff seedings, nothing wrong with allowing some of these lesser used players to have the opportunity to perform. And so you like to have that happen, and I believe that's what we've had here. Bringing it down back into the attack, bowling over number 7. So the batters, get the name of the batter shortly, but overall you're going to find that these are players struck hard. Oh, what a catch. Never going to drop that. He's an absolutely brilliant fielder in that short cover area. It was dying and to her left as it got to her. But a really smart catch taken that time by Vaishnavi Sapika Kadiri. So it was sinking as it got to her left, picked that to her right. And she managed to stay low and take that catch. Not easy to do, but she pulls it off. That is wicket number 2. Catch at the end of another batter. We'll get exactly who we're discussing here as Sandy, Javia still have wicket. And like Desai was just dismissed. So came in to lay out and been retired. Now to join Simon. This isn't just a minute, but boundary. They'll get one. Come back for the second. It's good solid strike into the outfield. You don't mind those. 2 runs closer. Just 33 needed now from the next 33 balls. So the required rate is exactly run a ball. 36 for 2 is your score. My goodness. In theory, again, it would be a pretty straightforward chase. Delivery tossed up off the back foot, played into the backward point area, just gets by the fielder at backward point and goes away for a single. That single essentially takes you now well past the halfway stage in terms of the runs that you need. 37 is the score, 32 runs needed, 8 wickets in hand, all signs point to the Southern Strikers being in control of this game. Tossed up, it's a good delivery. Teasing the line length. So you're dragging the batter out on the front foot, which is what you want to do as a spinner. Want them to be reaching for that ball just the way that they just did, and anytime you have a young leg spinner like Pelina Don, you can certainly find the opportunity to do that. Tossed up, solidly in defense again. That is the end of over number 7. 3 runs coming from that over. Officially, as the scoreboard attempts to catch up, the score is 37 for 2. So the scoreboard has in fact caught up. 37 for 3 is your score. So effectively 3 wickets are down. 37 for 3, 32 needed in the next 30 balls. Falling behind, you now need more than a run of ball to win. Let's see exactly how weather the Premier League to apply some pressure here. Sanjana Arul is going to take the ball from the southern end. Rolling over number 8. Right arm over wicket. Going out to Sasha Gorla. far for the tournament. We'll go over those after this first ball. Looks to slash this away. This gets away from the keeper. And then maybe signaling a bye here. Watch for the signal from umpire Best. He does in fact signal a bye. So, speaking of the bowlers, saw Sahasra Gola played before 2 matches, 14 runs conceded from 10 balls. 7 is her average. Oh, I'm sorry, looking at the wrong score. But back to Sahasra Gola. Actually not done a whole lot of bowling, so as figures I just started measuring those what she did at the back. But this is apparently first time in this tournament she's actually bowling. Certainly don't mind them being able to give the opportunity to these players to do exactly that. So it's true, deliver. Saying does not appear as though Sanjana Arun has bowled in this tournament. Certainly took first. Nope, take that back. She bowled 2 overs. Those 2 overs it costs. Okay, forget everything I just said. She's played 2 innings. She's bowled 8 overs. And she's taken 4 wickets. So I absolutely messed that up, Sanjana, and my apologies. Her figures. 8 overs, 39 runs conceded, 4 wickets taken, 3 for 18 is the best that she's done so far. An economy rate of less than 5, 4.8 to be specific. So certainly one of the better bowlers on the side based on that record. And again, my apologies, Sanjana, I did not get those figures exactly right, but now we're at so let's see here. There's a dot. Balls in a row can certainly constrict you. And at the point where Captain Aditi Chudasama chooses to take the ball and bowl herself, that certainly can be something that restricts that position. The ball she is to bounce that time. 2 runs from the over so far with 1 ball remaining. So things have been a little bit tricky. Now look at this. At the equivalent stage in over number 8, Dream Cricket Dragons had 20 runs on the board. Southern Strikers have 39. So you have almost double the amount of runs that Dream Cricket had at this stage. Now, much of that was made up when Aditi Chudasama came in with the bat. But at least, well, you do have Geetika Nadali, captain. Let's see when she chooses to appear at the wicket. But as of right now, Southern Strikers are well ahead of the pace that was set when Dream Cricket Dragons batted. At this stage in their innings, they had 20 runs on the board, and you now have 40. So that's something to pay attention to. Last ball. The delivery again, just going past the outside edge. That is the end of over number 8. 3 runs coming from it. The score is 40 for 3. Some of the players who have not played as much, some time in the middle. So So I believe that is Sandy Jamia retiring, 14 from 24 with 1 boundary. Sahasra Gorla, 3 from 6. Remains at the crease. Coming to join her at the crease is going to be a new batter. A bit of applause for Sandy Jamia as she walks back in. 29 runs needed in the next 24 balls. So required rate 7 1/4, 7.25. And can you do what is needed to sort of take the bull by the horns and go from here? That is what management and staff will be thinking. Sandy Jamia retired out, so Neha Alapati is taking her place. Neha Alapati is retired out, so that is wicket number 4. Got the wide, tried to sneak an extra run, but run out going for that other run. So now 5 wickets are down. 1 run because of the wide, but then they tried to sneak an additional run. But apparently the ball did not ricochet far enough away more to the batting side to successfully complete that run. And only too happy to pounce on it for the Dream Cricket Dragons. So that is wicket number 5. Half of the side is out. 41 runs on the board, so more than halfway to the chase, but it's in position now where you will be bowled out to be careful. First ball, it's wide, having delivered that wide. The wicket was taken because they were attempting to steal an additional run from that wide. So Sahasra Gorla on strike. That's the Alapati leave but the Alapati is on strike and the captain is not he's with the dollar. Talked about her earlier. Many people know her just as they did last time. The ball into the gaps, at least initially. A lot of room on there, huge gap between point and cover. So if she can use that area for shoot back, if she goes in that direction, maybe if they take off for a single, is that a run out? No. Good work to get to the other end. Nagita Kadale and Neha Alapati are going to be asked to pull their team closer to victory. Right now, you only need 27 from 23. So let's see exactly how Neha Alapati can assist in getting your team there. Sky, that's a simple catch, and it is taken. Captain Aditya Chirasama is not going to drop that international level player. And my goodness, that is yet another wicket that goes down. So wicket number 6 falls when the score is 42. This is a parade of wickets. A couple have been self-induced intentionally, retired out, just so some of the batters can get more time in the middle. But this one was not self-induced. This was genuinely off the top edge. Flies away. Now, here for me is who I believe, assuming that this is who's coming in. I believe this is Tanisha Sen. We'll confirm that shortly, but if I'm not mistaken, this is who this is. And if it is, I'm extremely excited to see her bat. Tremendous talent. and after that entire build-up, it may not be her weaknesses. Vaishnavi, nope, in fact it is, we'll get the name of the battle. It'll be announced as soon as possible. Because that's confirmed once we're dates. Facing up to relatively rampant bowling unit here, taking a few wickets in the recent past, heading to the back or to the backward point area, no run. So we have 2 wickets down in this over. First a run out, then so that was this message just now, so let's just pay attention to what happens the rest of the way. This delivery tossed up using the feet, stroking it into the leg side. Good looking shot. It's going to run away close to the boundary and get there now. That is a good shot. It goes all the way to 4. Still no word as to who the new batter is. Let's see what update given on the scorecard. Batter, in fact, sure there's the update. It's Akshar Anand. So it was not Tanisha Sen. Akshar Anand is junior batter. But in any event, we've seen that these teams, when they get the ball in the right areas, particularly when you're batting and you're able to find the gap just wide of the fielder from mid-off, make that mid-on, that there are productive opportunities there for you. Akshar Anand using the feet, going down, mid-on, again in the action, directly at the non-striker's end. Issue there. Sharanand is going to want to make sure to keep the scoreboard ticket. See if they're using the feet to the spinner. I think that this is something that should be able to do. Vaishnavi is something that the lyric is batter, the bowler. Not able to get anything on it. It's a dot, so that is the end of over number 9. Last 3 coming up. The score is 46 for 6. 47 for 6. So 22 runs needed from the last 18 balls. Cricket Dragons trying to defend 69 runs. And the Southern Strikers are within striking distance of that target. 22 needed from the next 18. Now changing building again from the southern end. I believe this is going to be Sanjana Aru to continue. 47 runs on the board, so nothing easy, but in theory you could get there relatively straightforward fashion with just looking for singles and then picking up the odd 2 or 3. It's going to require a disciplined approach, but Giti Kokadali has been a cricketer for a very long time at the non-strikers end. It's going to be Akshar Anand facing up here. They go for a quick single, just dropping it into the offside. And that single always presents itself. Down to 21 from 17. Kokadali. 1 from 2. Akshar Anand 6 from 4. And the experience in particular of Gita Kokadali tells you that she would be somebody who you could count on to help navigating team these circumstances. In the National Women's Cricket League, history of the tournament, Geeta Crocodile has played 57 matches. She scored 369 runs and she's taken 39 wickets. So that record, I think, speaks for itself as to her capacity as an all-rounder. Become more of a batter in recent years, Geeta Crocodile. Used to be just an out-and-out bowler. Tries the scoop shot here. Get a run. Throw going down to the non-striker's end. It's a unique opportunity or unique choice of shots for Geeta Crocodile. I've seen her play that scoop shot more and more in the recent past, or in the recent couple of series that she's played in, including the series against Zimbabwe last May of this year. Far enough away for a single. So you're down to the last 3 of over number 10. 15 balls left in the game. 20 runs in which to get them. Effective run rate they required is 8, meaning 8 runs per over. Backward point area, get a single. 19 needed from 14. Required rate is sneaking upward. Balls left here and over number 10. Power into the gap toward mid wicket. They get 1. Gotta come back for the second. Oh, she fumbles it and it gets away. Goes close to the boundary. Don't think it actually got there. She did enough to keep it from rolling by and going over the boundary rope. Brings up to 50. 52 for 6. 1 ball to go here. In fact, we brought it 50 delivery before that. So 1 ball to go here and over number 10. 52 runs on the board. 17 needed in the next 13 balls. Last over being bowled. Looking at the last ball of this over. About to be bowled by Sanjana Aru. Outfield. That is the end of over number 10. 53 runs on the board. Small matter of 16 runs needed in the next 2 overs. 53 for 6. The very last ball of the previous over had said it was a single. It was in fact 2. So with that 2, you get to 54 for 6. Need another 15 in the next 12 balls. 7.5 and over. Crocodile 5 from 5. Aksharan and 7 from 6. That is going to be Rhea Valala to take up the attack from the northern end of the ground. Beats Crocodile at the non-striker's end. So and faces the first ball of over number 11. That's good. 15 from 11 is not. That's the team player there. So theory could be relatively straightforward. Having her on the pad, looking for the quick buy or leg by rather. Awareness by getting Crocodile to pick up the fact that she had the opportunity there for a run. Similarly from Byron outside. I believe that was a leg buy. But it was a leg buy, so correct it. 14 from 10. Sharon 8 from 8. Beat Crocodile 5 from 5. Partnership growing, worth 13. This is a good situation to put these teams in. It's wide. Knows that it's wide enough, so we're going to have to just wide bonus run. So and being able to pick up additional runs when they're being offered to you by the opposition. 13 extras in all in this inning so far. Hammer it straight. Should just be one. Wanted to come back for the second one, but no chance there. 12 from 8. So turning into a very close game. Let's see. And that's about the captain is marshalling her troops. She brings herself in from mid-off to face this batter. This is dragged straight. It's well fielded, or it's not well fielded. Gets through and they'll get a couple of runs. So Gita Crocodile on the non-strikers end now, and Aksharan and a couple more runs. 2 balls to go here and over number 11. So 10 overs, make that 10 runs needed for 8 overs. This is actually turning into a very close game, a close finish. And for those who are able to follow along, you stay with us here for the next 8 balls. I think we're going to see a special finish to this game. There's the offside, quick single, fire to the keeper's end, and a beautiful run out. Not going to be in time. 9 needed from 7. Don't necessarily need to find the ball here. Much gives Crocodile. She has played the scoop shot in recent years. 3rd is inside the circle. Is inside the circle. Nobody in the deep behind the inside. So much gives the possibility of scoop shot. Need a scoop shot there because it's fired down the leg side wide. 8 needed from 7. Wide signal there from umpire Irfan Syed. And the next delivery, in theory, should be the last delivery over number 11. Spraying it around the place just a little bit here. We've done that for the most part all day. 14 extras. Most of those have been wides. Straight down to the second there. That makes things easy. With 3 wides in this previous over, it is 62. 7 runs needed from the last over. Is your score. So last over, you need to run a ball. That makes it easy. And look who it is who is bringing herself on. I believe this is the captain. No, it's not. Well, for a split second, I did think that's something brought herself on, but she did not. And it is instead going to be Sanjana Arul to bowl the last over of the innings. She's bowled overs 8 and 10. Now she's going to be asked bowl number 12 with the responsibility. She's a young player. So I heard from her earlier on and know that she's going to want to give a good account for herself here, justify the faith that the captain has in her. So Sanjana Arul. Two overs, none for 8. Her NWCL career, 65 matches, 119 runs, 57 wickets. Quick single taken from the very first ball here. 5 needed for 5. In this tournament, Sanjana Arul has done well. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Sanjana Arul is the second best bowler. It's the best to play inside. 2 innings, 4 for 39 are her figures. 4 for 18 is her best bowling. Economy rate of less than 5. Bowled that economy rate in this over, 13 runs a match. So single from the first ball, 5 needed from 5 here. Sanjana Arul tapped into the leg side. They should get 2 easily. Using 2 and Gita Kakanada remains on strike. So that makes things infinitely easier for the batting side. 3 needed from 4. Your senior player and your captain at the and on strike. So that certainly does factor into how you think about the chances for the Southern strikers playing the rest of the way. As a reminder, the Southern strikers second best team in the group. 2 wins, no losses. Dream Cricket Dragons, 1 win, 1 loss. So looking to see whether or not we can cut things off here. There's a scoop shot that I've always said she wanted to look for. This time the scoop shot goes toward mid-wicket. So I don't know that she got it anywhere near the type of shot she was trying to play, but they do get a single. So 2 runs are needed from the last 3 balls. 6 to 7 runs for 6 wickets, 2 runs from the last 3 balls. And all of a sudden this has turned into a very, very exciting game. So pay attention here, because this is Akshara the 13 from 12 partnership now with 25 wanted to be a match-winning partnership. Was the Dream Cricket Dragons will have something to say about that, but let's see exactly what difference this can make from here. Here's the fourth delivery of innings of the over and out the way. Just making sure that she has everything in line, everything together. Just 2 runs needed the rest of the way. Can you get 2 runs in the next 3 balls? And then from the standpoint of the Dream Cricket Dragons, can Sanjana roll 2, 3 dot balls here? To the leg side, that is going to be a single. Oh, they tried a direct hit, didn't exactly work. So 1 run needed from the next 2 balls. The score is 11 at this stage. 6-8 apiece. The next run of any flavor wins this game for the Southern Strikers. Field is all brought in, and it is Geetika Kadali on strike. So look for her to attempt to elevate the ball over the infield. Everybody inside the circle. 6-8-7 is what the Dream Cricket Dragons inside the Southern Strikers are now 6-8-6. Here's the 5th ball of the innings. Played straight, diving stop, good piece of work, direct hit, but she got there in time. That's an excellent piece of work, a great piece of fielding, a diving stop and hitting directly from at the non-striker's end from mid-off, but she did just get over the line, Geetika Kadali, and that means that the Southern Strikers win by the margin of 4 wickets. So excellent stuff, good run chase. Again, maybe not the best of each side. A lot of time was given to players who ordinarily don't necessarily feature heavily in these matches, but an exciting match nonetheless. Absolutely an exciting one. And we'll see what the full scorecard looks like as soon as we can get that. But you saw the effort here from this pair, and you know that they took pride in what they were doing the rest of the way. 69 for 6 is what you ended up with. And matter of fact, I may have just missed a couple of things, but let's just look at the full scorecard. Full scorecard says back to Shastri. We'll look at the Southern Strikers. Strikers, Shreya Aurora, 1 from 2. Priti Dayalu, 9 from 19. Sanvi Javiya, retired out, 14 from 24. Mahek Desai, none from 2. Sahasra Goila, 3 from 5. Nehal Apati, none from 2. Geetika Kadali and Akshara Anand at the end. 10 from 9 for Geetika Kadali, Akshara Anand, 14 from 13. Final victory in a very close game. 18 extras, but just get over the wire if you are the Southern Strikers by the margin of 4 wickets. So that's the end of the game. That's the end of the coverage here from field number 3. Join us in about, I believe, 20 minutes for the start of the next game that will be on field number 2. We'll see who those 2 teams are going to be. In fact, we may have that information. Might just be able to get that team here. Field number 2 here is what it's going to be, the Atlanta Moore Eagles and the Blue Bonnets out of Houston. So that should be a close game. We'll follow along with that. Keep up with us right here at the New York logo of the 2025 edition of the National Women's Cricket League 2025. See you on the outfield.